Today I'm going to be going over Jacksonville Jaguars off-season and different things about it. So, as many of us know, Jacksonville finished this past season 1-15, won their first game of the year, and went on a 15-game losing streak thereafter. Looks like there's a handful of key free agents that are going to be going into this offseason without a contract that the Jaguars could let walk or sign. One is Cam Robinson, offensive tackle. You got DJ Hayden, cornerback, and then two wide receivers, Conley and Cole. They have a decent amount of salary cap space. All the research I've done, they have about $63.7 million in cap space. The Jaguars for the past couple of years have not been a good team. My personal feeling is you keep the individuals who are locker room leaders, and you let walk the people who aren't. There's going to be plenty of free agents with the salary cap staying at $175 million, maybe going up to as high as $195. There are a lot of teams, as I'll go through, probably do one team a day until after the Super Bowl. But there are going to be a lot of teams I'll go over that are in a tough salary cap spot where they're going to be either cutting players, June 1 designations for certain players that could end up becoming free agents that might be able to be brought into the Jaguars organization. With that 1-15 record, they do have the number 1 overall pick. They do have a few positions of need that I wrote down. Obviously, quarterback. Gardner Minshew was their starting quarterback. He's been it off and on for the past 2 years. I believe he was a 6th round pick 2 years ago and has been very inconsistent at quarterback. They do need a tight end, offensive line help, especially with the tackle. If they lose Cam Robinson, they're going to need a tackle to replace him, and defensive line help with the losses over the past couple of years of players. They're going to need some help on the defensive line. Now, they do have one benefit. They do have the first-round pick from the Los Angeles Rams. I'm just going over first-round picks for these videos because it's going to get very difficult trying to do 7 rounds of players with the lack of time I have to go through all of them. It would take me a couple hundred hours to do that. I'd pull all my hair out, but the first pick is going to be obvious. It's going to be Trevor Lawrence from Clemson, quarterback. Everybody's saying he is a generational talent. I have to agree with the experts. He's won most games that he's played in. I believe last year's a national champ. This year, they should have been in a better spot if he wasn't out with COVID, but everybody was battling the COVID crisis. The only thing that I can say negative about him is when you play for a big powerhouse school, like he's played 3 years at Clemson, he didn't trail much. So that can be a negative when you're on one of the best teams in the nation for 3 straight years. How do you respond to adversity? Some of the other quarterbacks that could go in the first round have played for schools where they're above average school, but they play better competition in a sense of they don't have a whole bunch of 5-star recruits. That's my only concern. There's no way he doesn't go number 1. The only way that would happen is if he somehow got into some trouble off the field, which I think if I was his agent or his family, I'd be telling him to live in a bubble for the next 3 months until he gets drafted, because he has a bright future ahead of him, and that pick should be able to change Jacksonville's future for probably 12 to 15 years, as long as they can get the pieces around him, which will be very important. They do have the salary cap room. They can't make the mistake that the Indianapolis Colts did with Andrew Luck, where they brought Andrew Luck in and didn't give him offensive line help until right before he retired, and he got beat up. But I think this pick will really change the Jaguars' future. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be going over the New York Jets, where I think they might go with their pick. Probably going to be different than what a lot of the experts are saying. Might be different than your thoughts. I mean, I'm doing this all 32 teams. Even if they don't have a pick like the LA Rams and Houston Texans, Seattle Seahawks, all have traded away their first-round picks to other teams. I will go through those teams, but when it's time to go over the draft pick they should have, I will basically say, like, Friday when I do it, it will be the Houston Texans, because they finished with the 3rd worst record. When it's their technical pick, I would go and say Miami Dolphins' choice would be this, so that we can go through each team and figure it out. If you like the video, please like it, subscribe so you know when I get more videos out, and leave a comment. Be happy to answer them, or if it's something that's worthwhile, I'll bring it in the chat when I'm making my next video. Have a good one.